Man. I wish I had seen this video 3 days ago when everybody was talking about this. I'm just not catching this video today. And I hate to say it, but I can relate to this video a lot. So what am I talking about? So Simone B, B.Simone, dyslexia. B.Simone is I think she is like a social media comedian, or just I think she was a comedian, and she rose to fame some years ago, and she recently on her podcast invited her friend on, and her friend reveals that she was struggling and going through all these different things while her friend is experiencing all this success. To be that close to someone who can actually help out is kind of crazy. But before I get into it, let's check the video out. Now today I'm checking out this video through Omeezy, so shout out to Omeezy. But I'm gonna give you guys my personal thoughts on this, because this is something that I could talk about for hours and hours and hours. But let's get into this, and let's not waste any time. Let's jump into the meat and potatoes of this. All right.
Being a best friend with a celebrity, everybody thinks that, because you're connected to this person, then your life is just as grand as theirs, or you got
it, or they helping you.
Baby, didn't have a job, living with my parents, a single mom. All this happened to me this past year.
Jesus.
And then it's like, to not have resentment in my heart towards you, because I saw you do this for other people. I saw you give a check to somebody to help them through whatever they went through. And it's like, God, like, nobody didn't give me a handout, but guess what? That wasn't your responsibility. God had to take me through that for my own season, for my own thing. I had to get my car repossessed.
Jesus.
I had to go through the food stamps line. I had to be on Medicaid. Because whatever I'm building my story too.
Wait a minute.
But it's like, as a friend somebody who has it, it's hard to digest.
Putting it on Jesus is crazy as hell. Look, I first saw that clip go on the internet, and I thought that, man, she's telling a true story about a friend who was dealing with a situation, and they had a friend that was a celebrity, and they just weren't helping out. But when I found out that the friend in question was her, the woman talking, Shekinah, and B.Simone was the celebrity friend in question, they're sitting across from each other saying these things, I about lost my mind. This is B.Simone's.
I'm gonna pause it right there, right? Just to refocus on what the friend is saying. The friend is saying food stamps, car repossession. She's having financial struggles. Now, I don't know what the friend does. I have no clue what she does. I don't know what her profession is. But meanwhile, her friend, her close friend, is climbing the ranks. I don't know these people. I don't. But I like to believe that just by paying attention to how people move, it says a lot about their character. It says a lot about what type of business they stand on, if any at all. And believe it or not, you can tell a lot just from a person's actions. You can tell a lot just from on paper. What did you do? I don't have to hear what you said. I don't have to hear what you believe in. I just need to see what you did. And you can tell a lot about a person. So when I hear that someone close, supposedly close to this person, somebody you're talking to every day, maybe you're seeing them, and when I say close friend, I mean someone who is supporting your career. Someone is, maybe you're doing your first stand-up comedian gig. Who's coming out to support you? Who's believing in you when nobody else did, when nobody else saw the vision, when nobody else thought that person's going to be worth so much because they're so talented one day. That person isn't being recognized for anything, especially because in what we do as entertainers and entrepreneurs, there's a lot of times when you doubt yourself, when you don't think you're gonna make it, when you have setbacks, and then you have that friend, that person that's not looking for anything financially, no financial gain. They're just there to tell you, you got this, you can do it. Come on, keep going. Nah, don't listen to the haters. Don't do that. Shake them off. Shake them off. I got you. I got you. Maybe even the friend even helps you out. Maybe it's $20 for gas money. Maybe it's showing up to, play a role in a film that none of your actors showed up to. All these things matter. Why? Because it helps you continue and go on, because in another universe, maybe this person doesn't make it because they didn't have that support. Maybe their own mother didn't support them in their dream because they thought, this is silly. Why are you doing this stuff? When you factor in all these different small, minuscule sounding things, it sounds really, really, really crazy when that person finally gets to a position where, okay, I can start. And not only that, she said, the friend said, she's watching her pass out checks to other people. All the while, she's sitting here going through all of this. Now, was her mouth closed? I don't know. Right? I have to see the whole podcast. But my thing is, if this is a person that especially that was there from day one and has always supported you and is always, I'm not saying you got to give them money, because that's not me, because money can also mess up relationships. Money can destroy relationships. You have people thinking you're the bank. Ludacris had this song, I don't remember the name of the song, but he had this song where he was talking about how he fixed up all his friends' bad credit, and then he basically put them in positions where they could win, right? Where they could make their own $1 million. So whether that was giving the seed money for a business they want to start, restaurant, etc., and now they're friends. Now Ludacris has company because it's lonely at the top. That's all I'm saying. But let's keep going, because I don't want to get too stuck on rambling. Let's go.
Simone's podcast. It's a new spin-off of her doing those skits. She's transitioning into a new career in content creation, becoming more mature and more older. But as she becomes more mature and more older and presents herself in a new way and new light to people, she's showing that she's just not a good person, like, at all.
So many women go through that, whether it's a friend, you get hurt and now you move with this fear. Guard up, this fear, this anger, you're broken, you're hurt.
Yeah.
So I don't want to ever move like that. I think about all the things I did in my past for people, for friends, for family, for the wrong people. The money, I done gave people money. I done bought houses. I done paid for divorces.
Now think about how I feel as your friend.
B.Simone is talking about her going through something that a lot of celebrities go through, that phase where they get a lot of money and they want to help a lot of people, but ultimately they end up being burned by said people, which is very fair and very valid. Those with resources have this plight, and it goes on her because you do have resources, and honestly, nobody's trying to hear it. But there are often times where people take advantage of you, but that does not excuse when there are good people who are in your corner not getting help. That's just ultimately the name of the game. Sometimes.
Right. I agree with that 100%. And my thing is, look, because it's happened to me too. You try to help out people and you wind up getting burnt, whether they don't pay your money back or just whatever, right? You got to be able to read the room. You have to be able to pick up on the small, little nuance behaviors that add up to, this person's probably not who I should give this money to. I mean, you gotta be able to read the room. If you're not paying attention to the person that you're getting ready to help, if you're not paying attention to how they treat their family members, what's their relationship like with their mom, do they have siblings? Are they good with them? If you're not seeing how they stand, do they stand on business when they go and operate? Do they have integrity? Like, these things matter more than ever today than they did back then, because there's way more people out here today that don't give a crap about none of that. I remember when, being a kid, when you would see like the old movies and old TV shows, and they're like, yeah, a man is only as good as his word is, or his word is bond, things like that. If a man told you, I'm gonna do this, it got done. We're living in a time where that don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing. Dudes lie every day. So of course women are too now, right? It's crazy. But let's get back to this because I want to see a little bit more. Let's see where this is going on all of this.
Sometimes you're gonna get burned, but sometimes, as she kind of is saying, as her friend sitting here listening to it as she's on food stamps, it's kind of hard to digest this message.
And I've done all that. And then the right people come around that have the purest heart, that love you so much, and you're stifling and you're looking and you're paranoid and you looking people up and down and you're it's anxiety. That's not coming from a healed place. It's coming from, like you said, bitterness.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like a guard is up.
Yeah.
I've never been like that in my life. And I feel like I'm coming out of that slowly.
Yeah,
but there was a little moment where I had it, like I was heavy. I was like, and I was aware. I was like, I do not want to be like this.
Yeah.
I feel it.
Yeah.
I hear it in my tone. Like, I agree with you. I can't even say I disagree with you. I feel it.
Yeah. You
It's
were like,
pain.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's catch it.
Yeah.
Let's catch it.
Yeah. You were swallowing it though, because you didn't have nothing. Okay.
But what were you going to say and think about how I feel as your...
I mean, this was the hardest season of my life this last year.
The thing about people with mics is they feel as if they talk very slowly with their hands. They're saying something profound. Now, I will say in this situation, I am a little bit split. There is some validity to what B.Simone is saying. Usually when you've been done wrong in the past, you put up your guard. That's genuinely and generally how people feel and the actions that they take. However, what I don't agree with is recognizing that this is a real and legitimate person that's going to be in your life and in your corner, and saying now, oh, well, you know what? You don't need my help. I don't need to help you, etc., etc. That's where I draw the line, especially when this person is going through the whirlwind. A small bone would have been able to help them. You don't have to give them the whole kit and caboodle, but damn, give a brother something. And if we get into the real root of the guarding problems, it's always going to lead back to one road and one road only.
If God said it, just because you were heartbroken, if God said, go, that's your husband, but now you fearful because the last nigga cheated, you done missed out on
the whole blessing.
The whole blessing. You can't let the past pain and the past heartbreak and the past relationship breakup and the past anger and sadness and brokenness keep you from doing it again, trying it again.
Oh, Lord.
It's always a man. It's always a man that's going to stop you. Yeah, you trying to throw your repressed feelings and anger about men into this mix as to why you didn't help your friend should have been one of the final smacks in the face that caused your friend to smack you in the face. That is not an excuse at all. Your friend was absolutely struggling, and because you couldn't keep your legs closed, and because now you are jaded to giving people things, then all of a sudden your friend has to struggle. I don't even understand that, and a lot of people don't.
I don't know why B.Simone is in the habit of getting on the podcast and telling us about all of her terrible friendships. This go around, B.Simone's best friend is talking about how she was on the verge of homelessness, car was getting repoed, while B.Simone was on wilding out, counting checks and doing all these things for other people. Now the best friend is talking about how she was going through all these sad things while her best friend was a celebrity. And you would think B.Simone and the best friend are talking about somebody else, the way B.Simone is talking about Jesus, my God. Just egging it on like this must have been such a hard time for this girl. Come to find out, B.Simone is the celebrity best friend that she was talking about. I'm telling you, it's something about B.Simone. She will make it through a cancelable moment. She done been canceled like 4 different times. I swear to God.
I think B.Simone and her best friend are using the term a little too loosely. I don't know if we've changed the definition of best friend over the years, but not only are they not best friends, they're not even friends.
Yeah.
Like a friend wouldn't even do you like that. It's almost as if as B.Simone is hearing it for the first time. Like she's like, I had to move back in with my parents. My car got repossessed. And B.Simone is like, Jesus. Like, did you not know these things? Like it wasn't like, I know, like I'm so sorry that happened to you. She was like, damn. Like what? I think someone has to teach her, like, not everything needs to be on a platform where we all get to just stop.
Now the last young woman.
All right, I'm gonna stop it right there because I want you guys to go over and show some love to Omeezy. He puts in a lot of time and effort into his videos, so go over there and check out the rest of the video. But look, if by any chance B.Simone's friend is watching this video, I'm not saying she's not your homie, she's not your homegirl, but I would question, if I was you, I would definitely question if she's my best friend, because there's no way. There's no way. I think I know you've probably seen a lot of these videos and a lot of the comments from TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. So if anything, this is starting the conversation between you two. Some things need to be pondered, okay? Because this is not about money. Let me make it clear. This is friendship. It's not about the money. It's just that the money, when it comes down to money, it usually exposes the deeply rooted insecurities. You know, and I'm not even going to try to make up or list anything, but you know, if I'm worth a certain amount and I can't throw, you know, not even the money part, if I can't just put my friend in a position, because that's the thing, being the friend with all the money, the last thing that you should want from your friend is for them to give you money directly. If anything, you're just saying, hey, come for support. Hey, you have a spotlight, shine a little bit my way. That'll bring some attention to what I have going on. I'm working hard. I'm over here. I believe in hard work. I believe in doing your due diligence, building your own platform, building your own business, get it on your own. But you have to recognize who is in your corner. You have to recognize who's in your corner, and you have to also recognize who isn't in your corner. Pay attention, because those two people look very different and they move very differently. You know what I mean? And that's what my personal situation taught me, is that I have to pay attention to the people that are in my corner, and I have to pay attention to the people who are not in my corner, and I have to differentiate between the two. Because a lot of times you'll be chasing friendship because you want that companionship. You want people that understand you. Sometimes you even want people that are on the same journey as you. But those people, just because those things match, does not mean they are for you. That's all I got on this video. My goodness.